Hello, everyone, and welcome to GreenTech 2026. I'm Henry Gordon-Smith, founder and CEO at Agritecture. And as you know, I'm always looking for the latest innovations in horticultural technology, which is why I'm here at this fair. But right now, we are at the LettUs Grow booth, taking a look at their rolling bench solution and their Aeroponics. And I'm joined here by Jack Farmer, Chief Science Officer at LettUs Grow. How are you doing, Jack?
Yeah, really good, really good. It's very happy to be on the show. I guess on the video.
Yeah, on the show. You got a great booth here. It's been busy, and I'm glad we could pull you away for a moment to talk about the latest and greatest. I always like to check in with you all every year to see what's happening. So first, for those that don't know about LettUs Grow yet, give us the basics of what LettUs Grow does. What makes you unique?
Sure. So we're a tech provider to the glasshouse sector, but we specialize in a particular form of irrigation. So what we do, I guess you can see here, we use ultrasound. We use high frequency sound waves to convert the water underneath these plants into an aerosol. And what that means is these really, really healthy plant roots here are growing into this cloud. They've got loads of oxygen, water, and nutrients. And basically they grow a lot faster and a lot healthier as a result. And that's super helpful for certain crops like spinach, which we'll talk about later, that we really struggle to grow in hydroponics so far.
And so it's an ultrasonic way of doing aeroponics, which is already known for making the roots healthier and increasing the production. And the ultrasonic way is your sort of LettUs Grow's unique way of doing it.
That's right. Yeah. And we always started, when we started the business, there was different methods. Like some people were using nozzles, some people were using sound. What we realized is that the ultrasonics is a really good way of filling this bench, which you can see in front of you. This is kind of how we grow it already in hydroponics, a benching system. The aerosol just moves laterally really nicely across the bench.
So distributing those aeration and oxygenation, irrigation benefits across this rolling bench, as you said, is a standard approach.
That's right.
Okay, so we got some lettuce here, which I think I've seen before. We've got some arugula, and here we've got the spinach. This is the hot topic right now. We see a lot of growers wanting to do this more and having challenges with it, right? With the roots.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell us about that. What are you hearing from the market, and why is this a heavier focus for you now?
Sure. So, I mean, like the glasshouse sector, it's fantastic. We've been innovating in that space for ages. We've smashed lettuce, rocket, it's there. We know how to grow it if the market's there. What we know as a sector is that spinach is a huge market. There is demand to have year-round or like resilient production, particularly of baby leaf spinach. But it's an incredibly sensitive crop in the root zone. So as soon as it gets waterlogged or it drops into any hydroponic system, it basically commits suicide, unfortunately. It coats its roots with exudates and they start browning and dying back.
We can take a look. I think you showed me one earlier, right?
So what happens in the aeroponics, because they've got so much oxygen, these really nice white roots form here. These are unstressed spinach roots. And we can see this because actually these are the ones that are hanging in our mist. But there's certain roots here at the bottom, maybe here, where they've started to brown. That's a root that's sat in the water, right? So that's what I would consider a hydroponic root. That's what you'll see in every hydroponic system. So I guess what our system shows is that this is really about stress, and the plant gets stressed when it's in the water. We can see in the ones that aren't in the water, they're not stressed. The ones that are in, they're browning and they're dying. I guess what our system allows you to do is it allows you to grow through this problem. Certain parts of the root, they will brown and they will die, the bits right at the base. But the plant will grow for multiple cuts, multiple turns over the year for a full season without any other intervention because it's got that top layer of roots.
So even just having that top layer where it's getting that healthier oxygen, where it's not submerged in the water, it's avoiding those typical problems of spinach, is enough to make the production and the crops healthier.
Exactly. I mean, generally a turn of spinach is going to be anywhere between 15 and 25 days, depending on your spec. So the crop doesn't need to survive for 6 months. It needs to survive for long enough to get to that really good yield that we know we can get. So, and maybe you're going to do 3 to 4 turns maximum if you do cut and come again on the crop. So in that case, those air roots will give it more than enough power to make it all the way through. The tap root will still give you redundancy if the power cuts out for whatever reason.
That's great. You get the benefit of both.
Of both. And as we said, the exudates, they're there, but you don't have to do any kind of crazy treatment to get rid of them because you're kind of getting around them with the system design rather than loads of breeding or loads of treatments.
Can you tell us, do you have any, can you tell us a bit more about the results from that? Like, what are you seeing from the customers and the growers? What are the benefits? And obviously, we can get conceptually the benefit of that. Is there anything you can share with us related to yields or lack of losses?
Well, look, I mean, we know what a good yield for spinach looks like. I mean, it's not as big as a lettuce. That's a much bigger crop.
Especially because it's the baby spinach, right? It's going to be a
Baby
smaller.
spinach. We know we're looking for like anywhere between 50 and 65 kilograms is an amazing yield for, I guess, the production systems that we're looking to build. We know a lot of people in the industry are maybe down nearer 20 or 30 with the exit problem, and often they're not hitting spec.
Right.
That's not speaking about anyone in particular, but that's just the common knowledge. Over the past years, 2-3 years, we've been internally validating yields of well over 60, 65 kilograms a meter squared a year. And we've been working with partners, including some of the people at this fair, to prove that over 14 turns over the last year. And we've been hitting those yields, those kind of 60 kilogram a year yields. So really happy with that. We're now working with some really exciting growers to take this to a full glasshouse compartment scale. And fortunately, because it's in this benching format, we can just roll it straight into their existing benching systems. So
great success in the spinach, and a great opportunity for any spinach growers out there or consultants working in spinach to think about a new technology. And as you mentioned, Jack, one of the things I really always liked about the system is it's based on the typical rolling bench.
Yes.
So it's not about totally transforming and changing your system or doing too much of that. It is relatively simple if you've got the rolling bench system, just sort of changing that irrigation setup to the more powerful and efficient root zone optimization with the ultrasonic aeroponics from LettUs Grow.
That's right, yeah.
But as we wrap up a little bit, tell us a bit about the partners. How are you implementing this? Because you're working with some amazing partners, very reputable in the industry, to get this product out there. And there are partners who are selling various components in glasshouses and greenhouses.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely right. So, I mean, look, we've been around for around 10 years. We've been, you've been around for a little bit longer than us, but only just. We're innovators and we're technologists in the space. Like, I'm a plant scientist. My co-founders, Ben and Charlie, both technologists. I guess the longer you stay in the glasshouse sector, you realize there's very little point competing on manufacturing with companies that have 100 years worth of track record. Right.
Better to work with them.
Exactly. It's an industry that thrives on collaboration and partnership. So as you'll see in our stand up there in the background, we're working with some of the best bench manufacturers in the business. So Harvey, HT Vaboom, KG Systems, and Cambridge Hot from the UK, to basically license our technology to them. So they get more volume and they get more diversity in their portfolios. We sell the atomizers, we sell the expertise. So we don't need to be the 100-person company would need to be to manage these big projects. We can stay small, stay expert, and basically, alongside Meteor Systems on the trays as well, deliver all the way around the world using their existing expertise.
Yeah, and that makes sense. And that's also a great validation that you've got partners like this who are interested in this technology.
Yeah.
Well, here you go. LettUs Grow and their aeroponic technology here, again, with a focus on spinach. But not only that, all these solutions, you can learn more about them online, on social media, and at some of the major fairs, including GreenTech, where we are here. Thank you, Jack, so much for your time.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it, man.